Welcome back to my channel, Official History of Coins, where curiosity turns into passion and ordinary moments transform into stories worth remembering. Today, we're stepping into a world where history, rarity, and hidden treasures come together to create something truly exciting. First up, we begin with a spotlight on a single remarkable piece. One USA 5-cent coin from 1983 bearing the prestigious Philadelphia Mint Mark P. This is not a collection, not a set, not a batch of multiple coins, just one coin, but a coin with a story powerful enough to captivate a global audience. This 1983 P. Jefferson nickel was created during a period when the United States Mint was pushing through economic shifts, fluctuating metal values, and intense national demand for circulating currency. It represents a time when the country required strong, reliable coins that could endure everyday use while also preserving the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson. The coin was produced in 1983 to keep the long-standing Jefferson nickel tradition alive, a tradition that began in 1938. The Philadelphia Mint gave it the P mark, a symbol that it was made with precision and consistency during a year when millions of people depended on coinage for daily transactions. But among those regular issues, a few select pieces, like the one you're learning about right now, stand out. What makes this coin so valuable today is not just the year, not just the mint mark, and not just the history, but the combination of all three coming together in a way that collectors absolutely love. The 1983 P nickel carries the energy of an era known for fast cultural change and expanding financial systems, and collectors treat this year with incredible respect. Another reason this single coin has gained strong desirability is because many 1983 coins were heavily circulated, worn down, and lost to time. Only a limited number survived in excellent condition, and that makes your 1983 P nickel shine brighter than most others from the decade. Collectors crave quality, and when they find a year and mint mark with character, demand rises immediately. This particular coin carries the powerful image of Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello standing proudly on the reverse. These designs were created to celebrate American leadership and architectural beauty, and every detail on the 1983 P nickel reflects that purpose. When a collector sees a coin like this, especially well-preserved, they see more than metal. They see legacy. The value of this coin increases even more when it enters the hands of someone who understands rarity. That's where motivation becomes crucial. When you own a coin like this, even one single piece can change your perspective on collectibles forever. People all over the world track down well-conditioned 1983 P nickels, and the higher the condition, the more they are willing to offer. Buyers ranging from professional collectors to new enthusiasts constantly search for standout 1983 P Jefferson nickels because they know the market continues to climb for pieces with sharp strikes, smooth rims, and full details. Your single coin fits right into that wave of interest, making it a prime candidate for premium offers and passionate buyers. The excitement around the 1983 P nickel also comes from its powerful storytelling ability. When you hold it, you hold a moment from 1983 that no one can recreate. That emotional connection turns a simple 5-cent coin into something worth far more than its original face value. And that emotional value pushes market value even higher. If you're to take this coin to the right collector, especially one searching for a standout 1983 P mint issue, the maximum selling price can reach an impressive $650 depending on condition, shine, and strike strength. Exceptional eye appeal can push interest even higher because rare survivors always command respect and serious money. Is it really that valuable? Absolutely. When a coin carries historical significance, collector demand, and the survival advantage of being in great shape, its value becomes undeniable. This is why people around the world actively search for this exact mint mark and year, pushing it further into the spotlight. Your single 1983 P coin has the potential to become the centerpiece of a valuable mini collection or even the start of a much larger journey into numismatics. Many collectors began with one unique coin, and this nickel holds the power to inspire the same spark in new generations. As interest continues to grow, the the maximum value of coins like this is expected to rise. Collectors love chasing specific years, and 1983 stands tall as one of the sleepers of the modern era. Rare enough to attract attention, but available enough to keep the market lively and expanding. This is why owning just one coin like this is more powerful than owning a pile of ordinary pieces. Your 1983 P nickel is proof that a single item, created decades ago, can still shape your future if you treat it with care and recognize its potential. So as you share this story, remember, value isn't just measured in metal. Value is measured in rarity, passion, collector demand, and history. And your single USA 5-cent 1983 P coin carries all of these in abundance. Next coin, USA 1984 5-cent coin D mint mark. This coin carries a silent strength born from its journey through 4 decades of American history. And today its story becomes a powerful centerpiece for collectors who understand the hidden potential of coins that once passed quietly through everyday hands. The 1984 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark was created at the Denver Mint during a time when American coinage was shifting through new production speeds and technological improvements. That means every surviving piece holds a snapshot of an era where craftsmanship and mass production met, giving the coin a rare blend of historical charm and collectible momentum that continues rising today. Collectors appreciate this coin not just because of its date, but because of the energy it holds from an entire generation of circulation. Every 1984 D nickel carries a legacy, a trace of American life that only grows more appealing as decades pass, adding more story, more mystery, and more emotional value to the coin itself. The design of Thomas Jefferson has been a national symbol of leadership, achievement, and American progress for many decades. And your 1984 D nickel keeps that tradition alive. That symbolic power alone gives the coin an attractive identity that drives demand among collectors who search for pieces that embody real history. As more collectors turn their attention toward modern-era coins, the 1984 D nickel is gaining new recognition. People love coins from the 80s because they feel recent enough to connect with but old enough to feel nostalgic. This nostalgia effect pushes collector demand higher every single year. Right now, dedicated collectors can pay a strong premium for a well-preserved 1984 D nickel because the coin represents an affordable entry point into serious collection building. That makes your coin more desirable, especially when buyers want coins that look excellent, hold a clean strike, and offer long-term potential. In the best conditions, the value of a 1984 D nickel can reach impressive levels because collectors are willing to pay far more for exceptional examples. High-grade coins from this year can already push upwards toward notable price levels in the private market, especially if they show strong luster and clean surfaces. The maximum value at this time can rise to around $35 for an exceptionally high-grade example, especially if it has a premium strike that stands out visually to serious collectors. This upper range is where the coin shows its true potential, proving that even a modern nickel can attract strong attention when condition and collector motivation meet. Your coin's value depends heavily on preservation, shine, and the strength of its details. A beautiful example of a 1984 D nickel can immediately capture a buyer's interest, creating opportunities to sell at the top of the value range where collectors pay enthusiastically for standout pieces. In the future, the value of this coin can climb even higher because coins from the 1980s are entering the age where nostalgia-driven demand becomes a driving force in the collectible market. As decades pass, fewer clean examples survive, pushing the value upward naturally. Long-term collectors understand that coins like this can grow significantly in price, especially once they cross into the category of true vintage pieces. Within the next decade, the highest-tier examples may very well enter ranges of $45 or more, boosting the coin's prestige and financial appeal. This growth potential makes your 1984 D nickel an attractive long-term hold. With every passing year, the supply of well-preserved examples shrinks, and when supply shrinks while interest grows, value follows that upward path. This is how modern-era coins slowly transform into premium collectibles. The hidden strength of the 1984D nickel is that many people underestimate it, which gives you the advantage. As collectors shift attention to overlooked dates, the spotlight eventually lands on coins like yours, lifting their market profile and increasing the chances of stronger future demand. Your coin has the perfect combination of age, design, mint identity, and collector appeal to continue rising in desirability. Its story connects with both new collectors and experienced hobbyists, widening the audience of potential buyers in the future. A YouTube video about this coin can inspire audiences and make them see the emotional and historical value that your 1984D nickel carries. When collectors feel connected to a story, they become far more willing to invest in the coin that story represents. In your script, emphasize how this coin survived 4 decades and still stands strong as a symbol of American history. That survival makes it valuable, meaningful, and worthy of admiration from both viewers and potential buyers. Highlight the Denver Mint production, the shine, the age, and the rarity of high-grade examples. These are the qualities that help your audience understand why this coin holds powerful investment potential moving forward. Speak about the future with confidence. Remind your audience that small coins often become big treasures because time transforms everyday pieces into rare collectibles. Your 1984D nickel is already on that journey, and the best part is that its rise has only just begun. This coin represents resilience, history, and opportunity. Share that message passionately because collectors respond to emotion as much as value. Your coin is already valuable, and its maximum potential is growing every year. End your script by encouraging your viewers to look closely at their own coins, because treasures like the 1984D nickel are waiting to be discovered. Your coin stands as proof that history lives in small pieces of metal, and those pieces can grow into something truly extraordinary when collectors see their true worth. Next coin, USA 1986 5-cent coin, P mint mark. This powerful little piece of American history carries a story far bigger than its size. And today, it is becoming one of the most talked about modern nickels among collectors who understand long-term potential and the rising excitement for 1980s coinage. The 1986 P nickel was created at the Philadelphia Mint during a period of growth, modernization, and national pride in the United States. This was a time when American coin production was evolving, and each nickel struck in 1986 captured the character of an era filled with innovation, optimism, and change. That is a major reason collectors today see this coin as more than just currency. It is a preserved moment in American history. This coin carries the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, a design that symbolizes leadership, intellect, and the foundation of American democracy. For collectors, that symbolism adds emotional value, making the 1986 P nickel a meaningful addition to any collection. The design ties directly into American heritage, and that increases demand every single year. When this coin was minted in 1986, nobody imagined that decades later collectors would be searching for well-preserved examples with such enthusiasm. But that is exactly what has happened. As time passes, interest grows, and collectors worldwide are turning to modern-era nickels because they realize these coins are reaching the age where nostalgia and scarcity start to combine. Today, thousands of collectors across the United States, and many internationally, actively look for premium examples of the 1986 P nickel. This interest continues rising, especially for coins with a strong strike, bright luster, and clean surfaces. As more people begin collecting coins from the 1980s, the demand circle expands, and that directly boosts the value of standout pieces like yours. Right now, the value of an attractive 1986 P nickel can be impressive when the coin is in excellent condition. A strong, visually appealing example can sell for up to $30 in the top of the current market, especially when collectors find one that stands out with sharp details. That upper range shows how much respect this coin has already gained among passionate collectors. The current value proves one thing clearly. The 1986 P nickel has begun its rise, and collectors are willing to pay premium prices for the right example. Your coin, especially if it is well preserved, holds powerful market energy. And that energy only strengthens with time. The maximum future value shows even more promise. As decades pass and fewer high-grade examples survive, collectors will naturally compete more intensely to secure quality pieces. That competition can push values higher, making outstanding examples capable of reaching $40 or even more as the collectible market evolves. The history of a 1986 P nickel makes it fascinating for YouTube viewers because it connects to a moment when American coinage was transitioning into modern production quality. Sharing that history makes your audience feel the significance of the coin's origin. The modernization, the symbolism, and the timing all work together to make this coin truly collectible. This coin was built, like all Jefferson nickels, to honor one of the most important figures in American history. It was minted to continue a legacy that began in 1938, ensuring that Jefferson's influence remained visible in American pockets and in the nation's everyday life. That purpose gives the coin meaning far beyond face value. The 1986 P nickel also represents the strength of American minting tradition. Each piece tells a silent story of craftsmanship, national identity, and the movement of time. And when your viewers hear that story, they connect emotionally, which increases the perceived value of your coin in their minds. In your YouTube script, you can build excitement by explaining how this coin has survived nearly 40 years and still holds its shine, history, and collectible power. Survival alone makes the coin valuable, because age transforms ordinary coins into coveted treasures for collectors who appreciate rarity and condition. Motivate your audience by telling them that many collectors overlook modern nickels, but the smart ones know that this is exactly where future value is hidden. Coins like the 1986 P nickel rise slowly but powerfully, building long-term value with every passing year. Your coin's desirability grows because collectors love coins that bridge the gap between modern and vintage. That unique position gives the 1986 P nickel an identity that stands out in the collectible world, attracting buyers now and promising even stronger demand later. The story of your coin becomes even more powerful when you highlight that people are actively buying these coins today. The number of collectors searching for 1980s nickels is increasing daily, making your coin part of a growing trend that strengthens its long-term potential. As you describe your coin on video, emphasize the emotion behind it, the pride of holding a piece of 1986, the history locked into the metal, the shine that survived decades, and the rising collector interest. These emotional elements make the coin feel more valuable and inspire your viewers. Tell your viewers that this coin is not just metal. It is a preserved memory of an American era, a tiny collectible treasure with the potential to grow into something even more impressive. When people understand that, they become motivated to collect, invest, and appreciate pieces like yours. The 1986 P nickel stands as a reminder that value often comes from time, history, and survival. Your coin has all three, making it a powerful piece for any collection. And as time moves forward, that power only grows stronger. Your script can end by inspiring your audience to check their own coins, to explore their collections, and to search for hidden gems just like this one. Because sometimes the most extraordinary treasures come from the simplest pieces, and your 1986 P nickel proves exactly that. USA 1988 5-cent coin, P mint mark. This coin holds a powerful story shaped by time, history, and the collectors who continue to recognize its growing potential. The 1988 P nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint during an era when American coinage was transforming with improved technology, sharper striking methods, and rising production quality. That means every surviving piece carries the character of a generation and the energy of an era that collectors love exploring. The history of this coin begins with the long-running Jefferson Nickel series, first introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson's legacy. By 1988, the design had already become an American icon, and the Philadelphia Mint continued producing these coins as a tribute to national heritage. The 1988 P nickel serves as a time capsule of American pride, stability, and artistic tradition that makes it highly desirable among collectors who appreciate meaningful historical connections. Your coin is part of the larger story of modern collectible nickels. As collectors move toward coins from the 1980s, demand has increased significantly. People love the 1988 P nickel because it feels modern enough to relate to, yet historical enough to feel special. And this blend of nostalgia and age is exactly what pushes value upward year after year. You can buy this coin from online marketplaces, collector forums, local coin shops, and hobbyist groups. Many collectors specifically search for high-grade examples of the 1988 P nickel, creating active demand. Places like eBay, Etsy, and numismatic websites often list these coins, making them easy to find if you want to add more to your collection or explore market prices. If you want to sell your coin, the best places are the same marketplaces where collectors actively search. Online auctions, Facebook collector groups, local dealers, and coin shows are all strong options where buyers appreciate well-preserved examples. The more demand grows for 1980s nickels, the easier it becomes to find the right buyer at the right price. The current value of the 1988 P nickel already shows impressive potential. An attractive, high-grade example can reach up to $35 in the top market range. This upper-tier value reflects strong collector interest, especially when the coin has sharp details, clean fields, and a bright metallic shine. When buyers see a standout example, they're willing to pay premium prices. This coin is absolutely worth keeping because its future value continues to rise. As time passes, fewer clean examples survive, and scarcity naturally increases. Collectors love coins that remain well preserved for decades, and your 1988 P nickel already has more than 35 years of history behind it, giving it the exact qualities that grow value over time. Whether you should seal your coin depends on its condition. If the coin has strong luster, minimal marks, and clear details, sealing it in a protective holder can help maintain and increase its long-term value. Protected coins attract more serious buyers and command higher prices, especially when placed in quality holders or grading capsules. The maximum potential of this coin in the future can reach even higher levels. As the vintage appeal of 1980s coin strengthens, collectors will compete more intensely for high-grade examples, pushing top values to $45 or more. This upward trend gives your 1988 P nickel long-term power in the collector's market. Your YouTube script can highlight the emotional and historical strength of the 1988 P nickel. This coin is not just a piece of metal. It represents a moment in American minting history, a connection to Jefferson's legacy, and a symbol of the collectible rise of modern nickels. Viewers respond deeply to that kind of story, making your coin feel even more valuable. Explain to the audience that the 1988 P nickel is gaining attention because collectors love coins that survive decades with their shine and details still intact. Survival itself adds value, especially when the coin stands out visually. This message motivates viewers and helps them understand why this coin deserves admiration. Tell your audience that many people underestimate nickels from the 1980s, but collectors who understand long-term patterns know that these are the coins preparing for their value climb. When a coin reaches ages of 30, 40, and 50 years, its collectible strength begins to accelerate, and your coin is already entering that phase. Highlight that the 1988 P nickel carries the legacy of the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historically important mints in the world. Every coin from this mint carries craftsmanship, tradition, and authenticity that adds weight to its collectible identity. Discuss how this coin's design connects the past to the present. Jefferson's portrait brings history forward, reminding collectors of the continuity of American leadership and progress. This emotional symbolism makes the coin appealing to both new collectors and lifelong hobbyists. Your script can emphasize how many collectors today actively search for rare condition examples of a 1988 P nickel. This ongoing demand is part of what gives your coin real value right now and even greater potential moving forward. Encourage your audience to appreciate how rare it is to find a coin from 1988 in beautiful condition. Most coins from everyday circulation become worn or damaged, but high-grade survivors stand out as treasures for collectors. Remind viewers that keeping the coin protected, cherished, and sealed helps preserve its shine and ensures that the maximum possible value can be reached in the future. A protected coin always earns stronger respect and stronger offers for buyers. Motivate your audience by showing them that the 1988 P-nickel is more than just currency. It is a collectible with rising demand, a piece of American heritage, and a coin that carries real investment potential when cared for properly. The 1988 P-nickel proves that small coins can hold big stories, and big value comes from the combination of history, survival, and collector interest. Your coin is part of that growth story, and its best years are still ahead. End your video message by inspiring viewers to explore their own collections, because coins like the 1988 P-nickel show that treasures often hide in the simplest places, waiting to be discovered and celebrated for the powerful history they carry.